Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Here's our weekly update. So, going back 5-6 years ago, I purchased a MacBook Pro, and it was around about £3,500. It was the best you could buy at the time. What's happened now is I found that certain things don't work. And before I get into that, let's talk about what else I bought. I bought a Google Chromebook. So when I go away, I don't take the MacBook Pro in case it got stolen or grabbed, then nobody could get any of the information from it. And I thought the Chromebook was a better idea because it was all online, so then people couldn't get any information. Of course, that's all changed now. So why the Nero? Well, the old Mac, it didn't have the M1 chip. So then I had problems with things like parallels. So when you wanted to upgrade on parallels from 10 to 11, it wouldn't accept the old chip that was in it. You needed to have a new chip in it to get onto the 11. So, and the other thing is, I wanted to have a go with Apple Intelligence where I'd been using Gemini, which I still think Gemini is better mind after using Apple Intelligence, but that's just my feeling about that. I know the Nero doesn't have a backlit keyboard, but it feels nice. And it doesn't have a proper trackpad, what you would call a trackpad in the MacBook Pro. But again, it feels nice. Now, one of the things I noticed was, not that I'm going to get the thing and open it up, that you can actually get into the back of it. So, where Apple have got problems with right to repair, I suppose this overcomes that as well. So you could actually go in if you were that way inclined and maybe try and upgrade it, but that's not what I'm into. Now, one of the things I did notice is, when you're used to a big MacBook Pro and then you get the 13-inch, you certainly miss the size what you're looking at. But I think that's just a time issue. Again, no backlit keyboard. Now, what I did, I paid the extra £100, but on Amazon actually it was only an extra £50 for the 500GB model with the fingerprint scanner rather than the 250, and I'm pleased I did, because I've now ended up swapping over onto my big one onto the little one. I'm still keeping the big one. I've got 450GB of stuff that's already on there, because I've got parallels, I've got stuff on there that I've had for years, and you know how you're reluctant to clean stuff out. Well, I never did, and so I'm pleased I actually done that. Now, like I said earlier, everything we do really now is online. Now, I used to use QuickBooks Desktop, which was about £25 including payroll. Lo and behold, they stopped that now, made up some excuse, and now we're paying £450 for online. That's £450 a month, by the way. The days have gone now of wanting or needing a Chromebook, because the Nero will do it all online and it'll hold the other stuff, so it's ideal for me when I go abroad and things like that. The things that people complained about, like the charging ports, it only has two and only one of them's a proper charging port. I thought about this and I thought, well, I never ever used the port really to download stuff on a USB-C, or I never use it like that on the iPad. So what's changed? It's not as if I need a load of ports, but I'll give you an update on how we get on.